Okay, good morning. Well, I guess rather it's afternoon. It is afternoon. I had a little bit of a slow start for this morning, but I know this video title says, homebody, whatever, and I'm outside, kind of ironic. But I feel like I kind of needed to go outside a little bit. I feel like just staying home all day, almost every day, kind of ruins your mental a little bit. And also I woke up with a headache and I was like, maybe I'm dehydrated or maybe I'm lacking sunlight. So I drink a lot of water and I'm trying to get a lot of vitamin D. But today I wanted to just kind of like document like my lifestyle a little bit and mainly focusing on food and like what I make because I'm unemployed and my girlfriend is working. I tend to be the one who makes most of the dinners and I like cooking. I like food and I like making food. So I think it's a good way to kind of like share my passion about it and like a good way to document like my current life that maybe I can look back on in the future. Like I said, I woke up very late, so I technically didn't have breakfast. I had one single slice of bread with Nutella on it because I wanted to save my stomach for lunch in a little bit. But for tonight, I wanted to make a recipe from the New York Times cooking app. We've been doing that a lot actually, just getting recipes from the New York Times and just making those. It's been really nice. And tonight I was gonna make a miso-based chicken and asparagus oven bake, I think. And there's a couple of ingredients that we are missing, like miso and I think another thing, I don't remember, but all the other stuff we have. So I'm gonna go right now, stop by a grocery store and get those, and I'll probably go home, do a little chores, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna do my best to make this video as interesting as possible, try to be as visually and cinematically pleasing, and I feel like I've been kind of recently struggling with that, with getting like good angles and like composition of stuff. I'm still very much a beginner for videography and cinematography, so it's not gonna look the most amazing work ever in the world, but I'm gonna keep trying and hope that I'll get better. Also, these grass are super spiky and dry. It's very uncomfortable to sit on. I want it to look aesthetic. Okay, so I finally made it home, finally indoors, air conditioned and private and no social interaction. I got the miso, which was the final ingredient for the dinner, but it's like 1:30, so still got a lot of time. So now I'm gonna have some lunch, which is this guy. I'm just gonna have some leftover from last night. And last night I made some gnocchi with some sausage, like really easy recipe. And I made a short about it, so you should check that out, get more views. But yeah, I'm just gonna microwave that. I was picking out the trash. There's some Amazon packages, but I'm not gonna open it because I'm pretty sure it's my girlfriend's. Okay, so I'm gonna start making dinner, and the chicken basically has to be marinated 30 minutes before I cook it. And the marinade, it says it's miso, honey, soy sauce, rice vinegar, ginger garlic, chili garlic sauce or hot sauce, and oil and water. Okay, let's use this bowl. Miso, so you got honey, soy sauce, rice vinegar, ginger garlic. Louisiana hot sauce. I mean, it kind of gives Asian vibes, but it also isn't Asian. I'm sure it's fine. Oil and garlic. I actually like to freeze my garlic in a big pack and just like leave it in the freezer, and I pretty much never have to buy garlic. So this ginger is a little bit on the older side. I don't think it's spoiled. 2 teaspoons. This is 3 tablespoons of white miso. I actually don't believe in exact measurements. You know, you just gotta go with vibes. You know, oftentimes in Korean cuisine, especially your parents would tell you a good amount of seasoning is 적당히, which is like, you know, good amount. So a good amount of miso, a good amount of honey. Now this honey, they say it's raw desert flower honey, and I think it's like supposed to be organic. We got it, I actually don't know where we got it. Farmer's market or something maybe? But we had this for a while. It actually lasted us a long time. And it tastes delicious. Also, I have the thing where like, if I get shit on my finger, I immediately have to wash it off with water. Like, you know, I've seen people joke about that a bunch of times online. And I actually wonder if that's supposed to be some sort of like brain psychology thing. Oh, hi. And I personally like to keep things clean when I'm making, so it doesn't cross-contaminate between ingredients. 3 tablespoons soy sauce and 1 tablespoon rice vinegar. Does rice vinegar actually taste different than normal vinegar? Yeah, I would say so. I just made a fucking mess. Then 2 teaspoons ginger and 2 teaspoons garlic. I'm just eyeballing it. I like garlic and ginger. Maybe my girlfriend doesn't, but don't tell her. Okay, there's that. And then the hot sauce. It's an interesting recipe. They say it's either a chili garlic sauce or other hot sauce. And I think my girlfriend just got a random hot sauce. I'm sure it's fine. So just a little bit. Yeah, this is a thick boy. Okay. And then it says oil and some water and mix. Okay. Definitely is miso flavor. Refrigerate half for serving and the other half for actually marinating. My girlfriend already placed it in a plastic bag. I think it's decently thin already, so I'm not gonna worry about like splitting it in half or beating the meat, but roughly about half. It's actually not a lot. I give it a nice little massage. Yeah, he's been slouching a lot. There's a big knot on his back. It's pretty well evenly distributed. I guess 30 minutes later. What are you guys doing? Are you trying to tell me you want to leave the house? You're not gonna survive out there. In the meantime, I'm gonna start making some rice to go with the chicken. I just realized this is basically chicken and rice. You know how like people go to the gym and try to like bulk up. It's chicken and rice, but not miserable. Make sure to wash your rice. You know, my first ever job was at a restaurant, and it was at like this like Asian brewery kind of place. And what the hell is that in your mouth? The cat's found one of the cords that I need for the microphone. Anyways, back to my story. I used to work at a restaurant and they had us make rice. Well, they had me make rice. And I think it was because I was Asian, and also the owner was Asian too. But they were like, okay, you're gonna make rice every day. Do you know how to make rice? And I actually low-key didn't. Like, I never really did it as I was growing up. They're like, what do you mean you don't know how to make rice? They're like offended, like I just failed the entire like bloodline of, you know, Asians or something. But in retrospect, you know, it's like really easy to make rice. You just wash the rice and then turn on the machine. But I actually liked working in that job because I was just like in the kitchen and I was just like cutting vegetables and shit, preparing ingredients. and I liked it. I liked working in the kitchen. I don't know, I've always showed interest in like cooking and stuff. So when I was like moving out for college and stuff like that, I kind of was like, ooh, like I get to like make my own food and like cook and experiment and all that stuff. And then my first year of college was in a dorm, and the dorm did not have a kitchen. So that was a bit of a bummer that it didn't have a kitchen, but all I had was a microwave and a drain. And one of the first like meal that I cooked while I was in my dorm was curry. I was trying to make Japanese curry, and I basically tried to make like those like packaged curry, like the block cube things that you melt in the water as you cook it in the pot. But I didn't have a pot, I didn't have a stove, so I basically put it in the microwave. Like put the water in the bowl, put the curry cube in the microwave, and then let it heat up and then like dissolve it in the water. Surprisingly, it didn't explode, but I think the water evaporated in the microwave, that the ratio was like off, and it was like super fucking salty. And I had some instant rice, put it in a bowl, and it was terrible. Okay, so I still got like 20 minutes until the chicken is done marinating, I guess. So I'm just gonna edit some videos. I am gonna be going on a little trip for a week, so I won't be able to like edit videos for a while, so I should probably build up a backlog, because I am trying to post almost weekly. Weekly. YouTube videos every Friday, and then shorts Monday and Fridays. You know, it's not the craziest, but it definitely is a bit more than what I'm used to, so still trying to get used to it, you know. But I got like a bunch of footage that I could use for shorts, so I'm just gonna knock that out right now.
Again,
Unboxing.
okay. What am right now? Unboxing.
Yeah.
Ah!
First item.
I got a set of birthday cards because
Nice.
I don't have as much time to make them myself, so that'd be nice just to have one.
Cute.
And a pack is a lot cheaper than buying individual. Sorry for everyone that gets cheesy little ones this year. Oh, our new kettle!
Yeah.
Currently, we're using a kettle that we're pretty sure is actually just corroding in front of our eyes.
Every time we use it, there's like calcium deposits, and we're like, ooh. And it makes a weird noise. It makes like a very high-pitched noise.
Every time I flip the switch, it's like I'm agreeing to the fact that I might blow up the apartment.
It's like, it's gonna blow.
It's gonna blow.
Oh, you like the box? Oh, you like the cardboard box?
Oh, she would love this little box. Oh, she would love this. Suki, look. Cat's little box.
Okay, now that it's been 30 minutes, the chicken is ready to be cooked. And it's set to cook it in a broil. Yummy. I also realized the mic gain was like super loud, so it might have pierced your ears right there. Some asparagus ready. Oh, don't forget that.
Where is it?
I didn't take it.
Where'd you put it, bitch?
You just hear that? One of the asparagus was very squishy. Anyways, I put the asparagus in the pan. I'm gonna put some olive oil, salt, and pepper, and throw it in the oven. Here it goes in the oven. And the recipe said 10 minutes. So I'll believe it. So I just checked on the chicken, and after 10 minutes, the side that was up obviously was like, you know, cooking. But I flipped it over and it was very white. And I don't mean that in a double meaning. So I'm giving it a flip and let it kind of, you know, brown, give it a little brown color to the chicken rather than, you know, white. And just to ensure that the inside is also cooked. Yeah. Okay, I won't lie, I personally wouldn't put it in the oven. Mainly because I feel like the oven either doesn't cook like the surface enough, where it has like a nice crisp layer, or if you overcook it, it might dry it out. In this case, it's not bad. I'm just gonna have to check the inside, make sure it's cooked through. This is like a thicker layer. No, not bad. Definitely the marinade doesn't like, what is the word? It doesn't like go into the meat, you know, like deep. So like the inside is still kind of like blandish. So I'll probably like serve this like chopped up Korean rice with the extra sauce, and that might be okay. Okay, ma'am. First bite.
That's really good.
Honestly, the extra sauce saves it.
Yeah, if you have the sauce, well, no one wants like chicken, just chicken and rice. You need a sauce with it.
I give it a 7 out of 10.
I agree.
Okay, so that pretty much wraps up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me go through my day and figuring out my meals, I guess. And I'll see you on the next one.